Hi everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. This is kind of a combined haul from a few weekends. I think it starts on the 21st of June and goes till July 1st. Problem is, I haven't had a chance to make a haul video in over a month. Right after all these hauls, we went to Florida for a week to visit my husband's family down there. And then we came home and I scrambled around for a few days trying to get caught up and get things back to normal here. And then my daughter had a 5-day baking class. That was kind of her summer camp thing at Sur la Table in a mall that's about 45-50 minutes away from here. That's the closest place that we could find one, and she's really been into baking this past year, so that's what she wanted to do, and she had a blast. But it required, getting up at the crack of dawn, driving over there, waiting for her while she took her classes every day, and then driving back home. So that whole week was shot. And then this week I'm trying to get back up to speed. So normally I'm caught up with making videos. It's just, of course, uploading them that I'm like months behind on. But now I'm even behind on actually making them. So I'm going to do the best job I can here, showing you guys everything. And I'm going to have to put some pictures at the end. I apologize, but I think about 13 things out of this haul have already sold. So I'll tell you about them quick through the video, but then at the end I'll make sure to try and put pictures with the prices I bought them at and the prices I sold them for. And plus, it's quiet here now. Do you hear that? There's nothing. My God, this house there's been people through this house constantly. I've never been alone in this house. Last night was the first time I was actually alone here, and I don't even know how long. My daughter was at a sleepover. My son was out with friends. My husband was out with people from work. It was so nice. It really was. I went to Chick-fil-A for dinner. I came home and just did my own thing. Oh, and speaking of Chick-fil-A, I have to ask you guys really quick. It's just a funny thing that me and my family have noticed since we've had a Chick-fil-A in town. I guess we've had one like about a year and a half. And we've gone to them before that, but it was, once in a blue moon. And once we got one in town, we would go there, once or twice a month or whatever. And my son and I drove through there once. And after we did, my son looks at me and he goes, "This place freaks me out." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "They're so polite." And I'm like, "Yeah, they are, aren't they?" He's like, "They're too polite." He goes, It's freaky. It's uncomfortable." And then a couple weeks after that, my mother had come over here and she had stopped at Chick-fil-A on the way because she doesn't have one near her. And she came in and she's like, "I love Chick-fil-A." She goes, "But those people," she goes, "they freak me out." She's like, "They're way too polite." And then this past week, my husband went there one night when he was coming home late and I was out. And so he said he'd just do his own thing for dinner. I come home, he's eating Chick-fil-A. And he looks at me and goes, "I always forget it's there." He goes, "Because every time I think about it, it's always Sunday when they're closed." He goes, "So I finally got there on a day they were open." And he goes, "The food's great and everything." He goes, "But all those people are so polite." He goes, it's creepy." They're like Stepford wife polite. I don't know. It's just weird. So I just want to know if that's just a New Jersey observation or if everyone thinks that they're way too polite. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're so used to people being kind of, I don't know, rude that we're not used to it. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling now and finally show you guys all the stuff that I haven't shown you in, I don't know, over a month. Or I've gathered up over a month. First up is it's one thing from the consignment sale where I usually sell my daughter's clothes and toys. She always has a summer sale. I never participate in the summer sale because she has it in an unair-conditioned building and you just never know what the weather's going to be like, and I can't deal with the heat. So that's the one sale that I don't participate in. I did buy a few things to sell there. So I bought a needlepoint nativity pillow, which I'm going to have to show you guys at the end, for $3.50. It was really, really pretty. That sold for $24.26 with free priority shipping. And that only went to Virginia, so that so I saved a lot on the shipping there. And then my best deal there was this snow globe that I had passed by a couple times. I had passed by it a couple times with all their Christmas decorations, because in the summer sale you can sell anything and everything. And it was just a little bear sitting on some Christmas presents, and then the snow globe was perched on top of a little metal black and white checkered teacup. I didn't really think anything of it. I turned it over and it said Mackenzie Childs, who I had never heard of before. And the buyer or the seller wanted $6.50 for the snow globe. So I ended up looking it up on eBay and saw that another one, I think this one was in better condition and came with the box, sold for I think like $100. So I snatched that up. Mine was in really good shape too. The only issue with it was it had one tiny little bubble at the top of it, but other than that it was in perfect shape with no box. So I paid $6.50 and I ended up selling that. That went up at auction and sold, after multiple bids, sold for $56 with free priority shipping. So I was really happy with that. And then I also bought this set of puppets. There's a knight, the dragon. I hope you guys can't hear my stomach growling right now. It's early in the morning and I just woke up and my stomach's growling. Alright, anyway. The princess and the prince. Unfortunately, the prince is missing his crown, but other than that, he's in good shape. I bought these because these are all FAO Schwarz puppets. And FAO Schwarz is, you know, a very well-known toy store. Unfortunately, they've since gone out of business. So you can't get these anymore. These were actually sold through Toys R Us. Toys R Us at one point sold a few toys in the FAO Schwarz line. So I paid $4 for these, and I'm hoping to get, I don't know, maybe 20, 25. Probably 20 since the prince is missing his crown. And the other thing that I bought there, which I initially, of course, wanted to keep because I'm such a Wizard of Oz fan, but I know I'm really not going to use it, so I'm going to put it up on eBay soon. But this is a handmade little purse from Wicked. It's made out of the playbill. And you can see all the songs and all the acts are down here. And then it shows who was starring in it at the time. I'm sure it would have been better if, obviously, this had been an early playbill where Idina Menzel and Christian Chenoweth were starring in it, but no such luck there. Anyway, it's really, really cute. And has this green fabric lining inside. I paid $3 for it. I'm hoping to at least get 20. This is my all-time favorite musical on Broadway. My mom took me to see it. It was supposed to be for my 40th birthday. It ended up being for like my, I don't know, 44th or 45th or something like that. And it wasn't even around my birthday. It ended up being like right after Christmas or something. one year. Because we just kept putting it off and putting it off. But anyway, I finally got to see it. I absolutely loved it. I recommend it to anybody who can see it, even if you're not in New York. I know they have a traveling show that goes around to other cities. But, I mean, to see it in New York is amazing. I would love to see it again and again and again, but tickets are still, 10, 11 years later, are absolutely through the roof. But I am going to see it again at some point before I leave this planet. Anyway, that was it from the consignment sale. God, I'm 10 minutes in and I still have all this stuff to show you guys. All right, I'm going to try and hurry up. I think it was a few days later. Yeah, a few days later I went to a rummage sale. I think it was on a Saturday. There was absolutely nothing going on that weekend. I woke up, it was pouring. And so I debated whether to drive like 45 minutes up to North Jersey to this rummage sale or stick around and go to some garage sales around here, because it did stop raining around 8 o'clock in the morning. I finally decided to go to the rummage sale. I didn't get there until probably an hour and a half after it started because of the weather. Because I just didn't feel like driving through the pouring rain, so I waited till it stopped. And it was very, very sad. But like I've said I wanted to do this year, I wanted to kind of go out of my bubble and find rummage sales, you know, a little farther out there. So that's what I did. You're not always going to be successful, but you got to give it a shot. But the good thing about this one was it was fill a bag for $3. And the rummage sale, like I said, it only started like an hour and a half ago. I couldn't believe they were already like doing bags by then. So I bought a bunch of stuff to sell at the next consignment sale in October. Some books, some clothes. And then I also found this little Ralph Lauren outfit. This is a 6-month-old boy's outfit. New with the tags. So it cost me, I don't know, maybe $0.25. And I have a bid on it right now for $19.99 with free first-class shipping. So, not too bad. At least I made my money back driving all the way up there. And the next day I went to a sale with my mother, and it was out her way in Pennsylvania at a Jewish synagogue, and I had never been there before, so I told her, I said, you know, we got to get here really early just in case. So we got there early, about an hour ahead of time. There were already maybe 6 or 7 people in line. She's like, oh, this must be, you know, a really good one. And I go, I hope so. I said, because they advertised it as huge, 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 with over 500 families participating. So I was really excited. And then I got in there. They had kind of a boutique section in their lobby that had clothes and, you know, their jewelry and all their things that they thought were higher priced items. But they didn't want you to look at them. As soon as we walked in, they're like, no, go to the gym, go to the gym. Everything you want is in the gym. I'm like thinking, why can't I look at this stuff? So I was a little disappointed with that at first. I mean, I eventually got to look at it, but not till I was done in the gym. And then I went in the gym, and it was a huge letdown. Probably 3/4 of it was clothes, which you guys know I am just not into. Especially when they're all piled on a table. I don't feel like searching through piles and piles and piles of clothes. So they did have a few tables with knick-knacky things and kitchen stuff and all that, but it was really kind of sad. And they had one table with toys also. So I'll show you guys the stuff that I bought in the gym, and then I'll show you you guys. Well, I have one thing to show you from out in the boutique section. I did find this. This is a Port Marion Botanic Garden soap dish. This is always a popular pattern. I think I paid $1 for this. Yeah, paid $1 for this. That's the other thing. There were no prices on anything, so you had to kind of go to the ladies right outside the gym, and they just kind of added things up and gave you a price, which was a little higher than I had thought it would be, but not too bad. Then there was this. I thought it was interesting. I had no idea what it was, but it did have a signature. I don't know if this is going to show up or not. This thing doesn't want to focus right now. Hello? Anyway, it's not cooperating. There's a signature right here that says Merrill Sheets, USA, 1997. And I did find out that she's a jewelry smith and a metal worker, very talented, used to work for the Franklin Mint, doing all kinds of things for them, and then she actually went to Zales and designed a ton of stuff for them. Not sure if she's still there, but it's very hard to find anything from her. She does a lot of Judaica and stuff like that. This is just like a basic leaf design. I think these are supposed to be, these little discs are made out of stone, because it did say a lot of her work had stone accents. I think it's a napkin holder. I don't know if anybody else has an idea of what this thing is. Let me know, but I put it down as a napkin holder. That was also $1. Then found a couple mugs. I found this one that says Eat, Drink, Smile Nap, in really good shape. That was $1. Might be able to get 10 out of that. Then this is a Laurel Birch cat mug. This is from Bella Casa by Gans, and it is signed Laurel Birch over here on the handle. This thing does not want to cooperate with me this morning. Hello? Okay, anyway. So this angel cat mug, I paid $1, probably get about 10 out of that. Then I did find this. Now, you guys gotta let me know what this is. Well, by the time you see this, it'll probably be next summer. Who knows? But this is a large brass candle holder. And I know this is barley twists, this base right here. But this part is so big. I mean, what kind of candle do you put in this sucker? I don't even know. So, anybody has a clue, please let me know so that I can, because I haven't listed that yet. And by the time you see this, I probably will have taken some shot in the dark at what it is. But anyway, if anyone knows for future reference, please let me know. So that was pretty much everything I bought. Well, that's still here in the gym, and I'll tell you guys quickly the other things I bought in the gym. I picked up a Radica Pocket Checkers electronic game. That was brand new in the package for $1. I sold that for $14.99 with free first class shipping. I bought an M. Hadley blue horse mug. I've sold her things before. Usually her things they're white with a very kind of folksy, hand-painted, there's an image of a farmer or a farmer's wife or a horse or a cow or a pig or something like that. So this one had a horse on it. I bought it for $1. I sold it for $19.99 with free priority shipping. Then I had two little houses. They look like little cottages, and you could put a tea light candle in them. And then they were marked Ursula Lake, and I'm not sure if it said West Germany on it. I think it did, because it was 1989. I think it said West Germany on it. And I sold both those candle holders. I sold them for, well, I bought them for $1 for, paid $1 for both of them together. And sold them for $39.99 with free priority shipping. And they only went to Ohio, so I didn't have to pay much for shipping. And then the last thing I bought in the gym was a vintage Panasonic Panapet 70 ball and chain AM radio. It was a transistor radio that's looks like a ball. It was royal blue. I'm sure when I show the pictures at the end, a lot of you will remember them from back in the day. I had the 8-track player that kind of was in the same line. And I paid $3 for it. I had to bring it home and put a battery in it. And ended up working great. And I sold that for $40 with free priority shipping. That went to Ohio too, so I didn't have to pay too much in shipping. And that was everything in the gym. So then my mother and I would go out to the whatchamacallit, the boutique section, and there was this older woman sitting behind a table. I have never seen anything like her. She had these huge glasses on and the most unique hat I had ever seen. It's hard to even describe. It was made of fabric. It was black. It had a big band that went all the way around her head, like tight to her head. And then the hat kind of went up. It was kind of cone-shaped, or I don't know, kind of like tall and cylindrical, but not really structured. It's very hard to explain. With like a big pin stuck on the front of it. It was an interesting look. Anyway, this woman, you could tell she was running the place. She was doing nothing but screaming at people. And I finally found 2 things to buy there. I bought a bottle of perfume called P.S. Love Rose that I had never heard of in my life. Paid $3 for it. Found out later it's not really worth all that much, but I did sell it for $13.99 plus shipping, because that went all the way to Israel. And so I had that in my hand. And then I also bought this wine stopper. It's really beautiful. Hopefully this is going to focus this time. Wake up, camera. There we go. This is all hand enameled with Swarovski crystals everywhere. And my mother saw it and she just kind of looked at it and put it back. And she's like, oh, well, that's not worth anything. You know, it's just a bottle stopper. And then I looked it up because it did have a name on it. It said J Strong Water on the box. And when I looked it up, some of the prices on eBay were, you know, out of this world, like over $100. They wanted $15 for this. So I ended up paying $15 for this, $3 for the perfume. So I walk over to try and pay this woman. And as soon as I walk over to pay, she starts screaming because somebody had taken a $50 bill and then they handed it to her at some point. Somebody down the line handed it to her. And all of a sudden she's like, who took this $50 bill? Who took it? And she's screeching. And so she's looking at it. She doesn't have one of those markers to test it or anything like that. She's just looking at it. And she's like, this is counterfeit. I know it's counterfeit. I know it. Who took this? I mean, screaming and yelling, and nobody else better take a $50 bill. And I'm like, oh my God, stop talking. Your voice is going through my brain like an ice pick. Like, can I just pay you? So finally, I got to pay her the $18, and I left. So I put this up for $100. I do have a watcher on it. There's another one up on eBay. I think they want $150 for the same one. So see what happens with that. So then I went to the Rummage sale at the Catholic school across the bridge in Pennsylvania, the one that I love so much. And I got there about an hour ahead of time. And it was funny because I was standing there in between 2 ladies. One lady was first, I was second, and then the other lady in line. They both owned like resale shops. And they were so sweet. And so we're all talking about sales we've gone to and all this stuff. And I'm telling them about the one that I went to the day before. And I said, yeah, I said it was good. I said, but, you know, it could have been better. I said, they wouldn't let us, like, go in the boutique section first. And so this one woman goes, oh, I always look in the boutique section. That's where I find all my vintage clothes for my shop. And she goes, the only thing I have to say about that sale, she goes, is there's this woman. She goes, she sits out in the boutique section and she goes, and she rules the roost. And she goes, she is the most obnoxious, nastiest woman. And alright, sorry guys, my video keeps cutting out on me. I don't know what it is with this camera. I think it's if you don't put something in front of it, it automatically like stops recording. Anyway, let me put something in front of it. There we go. Anyway, I looked at this lady and I said, by any chance does this woman have a hat? She's like, oh my god, yes. She goes, she wears the weirdest hats you've ever seen. So I just thought it was funny that this woman apparently has a reputation all over Pennsylvania of being horrible. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this. This I did not buy at the Rummage sale. This I bought at a garage sale, I think the next weekend. This is a pewter pig figurine. I think I paid $1 for. It is by, come on, there we go. PG, pewter, dated 1994. Hopefully get about 10 on that. And then at the sale, I also bought a Betty Crocker cookbook, which you guys know I'm always looking for good copies of Betty Crocker cookbooks, especially the pie cover, which is normally orange or orangey red. You guys can check it out on eBay. I've sold them for, I don't know, $30, $40 a pop. But this time I found a white pie cover, which I had never seen before in my life. And it was kind of padded. And I paid $2 for that. I sold that for $35, even with, you know, it was kind of bashed up a little bit. Sold that for $35. I'll show pics at the end so you guys can see those, but apparently they're very rare. And then I also bought a gray plush cat piggy bank for $1 that I'll show pictures at the end of, and I sold that for $13.99 with free first class shipping. Alright, so I'm going to try and show you guys this stuff from the Rummage sale really quick because I'm running out of time here on my SD card. I got 3 of these John Deere hats, brand new with the tags, and they were $2 a piece, which I thought was a little pricey for a Rummage sale. But I got all of them. One of them was yellow with a black and white stripe on it, which looked, you know, I couldn't find another one like that. That one sold for $13.99, free first class shipping, and that actually went to one of my subscribers here on YouTube, so thank you very much. Then for another $1, I bought this little Lennox box. Hello. There we go. Really cute. This is from their, where is it? Their Secret Garden line. Just a little trinket box. Hopefully get about 10 on that. I did buy some perfume there because of course that's the first place I went when I walked in there, and then I went right from there to the craft section, but their perfume and everything is in their boutique section, so you kind of got to go there first and pay for that stuff first. I bought 3 perfumes from Clinique. This one is Clinique Simply. Focus. There we go. Where is it here? I paid $2 for this. I think I put this up for like $25, maybe, something like that. Then there's this one called Clinique Chemistry. There we go. I also paid $2 for that, I think. Yeah. I think, again, around $25. I'm not sure. I put those up like a month ago, and I can't remember. And the last one was one called Clinique Happy and Bloom. That was a 1.7 ounce. I paid $4 for that. I sold that for $40 with free first class shipping. I also sold a set of airplane postcards. They had vintage images that were copied from old chewing gum cards. They were only 26 in the set. There should have been 30. I paid $1 for that. Sold that for $7.99 with free first class shipping. No big deal there. And I found this M&M coffee mug. I think think they charged me $1 for this, when they usually charge you 25 cents per mug, so I was a little miffed about that. Hopefully get about 10 on that. Then I got some really interesting pillows, but you guys know I like to buy needlepoint pillows and stuff. There's this one. Watch your eyes, people. You might need sunglasses with these. These are all done, this whole thing is done with all these little star stitches. I don't know what to call this. I did put crazy in the title because people look for crazy quilts or crazy stitched things which are really colorful like this. I paid, what did I pay for this? I think I paid $2 for this. What the heck is it? Oh, there we go. Oh no, I paid $1 for this. Paid $1 for this, hoping to get about 20 on that, I think. And then this one I put up for 30, and I had a bunch of watchers, so then when it didn't sell, I put it up for 35. This is also kind of a real crazy quilt kind of pattern because it looks like quilt squares. A lot of work went into this. And it's dated 1978. Paid $1 for this. Hoping to get, like I said, like 35. See what happens. And then I bought, oh, I also bought this in the boutique section. Crabtree and Evelyn Lily Bath and Shower Gel and Body Lotion combination. Paid $5 for this. Should be able to get, I think, like 30, 40, something like that. Then I bought these 2 plates because I just thought they were cool. And then I turned them over and I saw that they said West Elm, which is a really good design store, kind of like Pier 1, but you know, a little bit higher priced. So I bought these. These have been discontinued, so I think I put these up for 40 with free shipping. Then I found one calculator in the electronics section. This is a Hewlett-Packard Business Consultant 2, which has the owner's manual. And this, I mean, this does everything, apparently, because it's got a whole alphabet over here and then the regular calculator and does all those things that I have no idea what a scientific calculator does, or business calculator, whatever. I don't know what all those functions do, but I paid $2 for this. I had no idea if it worked. I had to go get a battery for it. It did, so I'm hoping to get, I think I have this up for like 80 or something like that. I should be able to get that out of it, especially since it has the manual. I bought, obviously, some craft stuff. This Drusilla needlepoint kit was $5, which was a little overpriced. Might be able to get 20 out of that. Then there was this one. I'm trying to hurry because I'm running out of time here. Which is a chicken. This is an Elsa Williams pattern. You might get like 10 out of that. Then I bought some quilt patterns. These were all, I think, like $1 a piece. Yeah. There's the Loveliness of Flowers. And I don't usually buy a lot of quilt patterns, but there wasn't much in the craft section. Seems Like Home, this autumn scene. From Dad's Garden. Sleigh Ride. I have a lot of watchers on this one so far. And then, oh, this is one cross-stitch kit. This is from the Art of Embroidery. This is Wells Cathedral over in the UK. All of these were $1. I think one might have been $2. And I've already sold 2 of them. One was called Still Life with Tulips that I sold for $10. Another one was called Signs of Summer, which sold for $10. And then I also bought a miniature dollhouse rug kit, which those can sell for really good money. I paid $1 for that kit. It was open, it was started, but that was no big deal. I still sold it for $50, you guys, so that was a really good find. And then, I bought this. I'm gonna run out of time. This gravy boat from Queensberry. This was, I think, $3. I should be able to get about at least 50 out of that, maybe a little more. And then finally is this big Fitz and Floyd cookie jar. You guys can see that. And I paid $10 for that down in the cafeteria where they have their Christmas stuff. And I should be able to get, I don't know, 70, 80 bucks on that. So that's it, everyone. That's from the last few weeks. So hopefully I'll be caught up, at least now, with making videos. Lord knows when you'll actually see this. Might be, I don't know, 2020. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.